What up, people? How's the audio? Let me know how the audio is. Maybe I have to check myself because it looks like nobody's there. So, we'll check the audio. Gotta get us a mic. So, I shoveled 4 times today. So, I hope everybody else made out better than I did today. I shoveled 4 times. So, we're going to check the audio here real quick. See if the audio's coming in. I don't get no feedback. So, I'll check right here, see how the audio is coming in. Audio seems to be working real good. Matter of fact, it doesn't have uh, too much latency. So, what are we doing here today, folks? Well, I didn't get to produce much, nothing today because we better turn that down. Somebody won't be able to hear me. I'll screw up my own audio, right? I'm gonna have a little noise, so I want to hear the furnace kicking in and stuff like that. So, what are we doing here today, folks? I'll tell you what. Let me get comfortable here. So, well, we shoveled 4 times. We had a lot of snow. Um, all day long, but it didn't have nothing to do with all the white lines they laced across the sky early in the week and during the day and the night, right? Nothing to do with that, right? Just good old Mother Nature, right? Wrong. They already proved to us with their terminology and their magic spells with their Sven casters. You know what I mean? Bomb cyclones, right? So anyway, we don't need to talk about that because that's a conspiracy, right? So anyway, I thought um, something that we could talk about real quick or make an announcement about in the red brick community. We don't need that no more because we know the audio is pretty good. Uh, is that the word about all the mountains are melted building is getting out and about this melted realm because over 4 hours away from here, somebody I don't interact with interacted with my woman and the narratives they were telling her about the red brick melted world and all the mountains are melted buildings. So, and that's 4 hours away from here. So it's spreading pretty good here. Everywhere I go, I talk about it. You know, not, trying to freak people out, nothing, I just, don't just jump in their face and start telling them all about, just in conversation if it comes up, because it's pretty heavy just to meet someone and just, tell them that. But I have, and a couple of people follow the channel and communicate to me still to this day and are believing now. So it paid off. So when you see people go from living in this realm to seeing what they've been told and what they think they're seeing, and then you tell them what you're seeing and what's really around us and what's been going on. If they take a little look, it's that easy that you'll open your eyes and see that this group of people have crossed and double crossed almost the entire world, and they're real close to New World Order. So that's the kind of people we deal with. And but the thing is this, their smartphones have dumbed them down a lot too. But they have a lot of smart people working for them too. Um, and they're dumbed down. Those smart people are dumbed down to believe it, and then some are on board because they just want to go with that, with that crowd, and their new world order system of whatever they have in plan, socialist and trans and all kinds of, garbage stuff. So I thought for certain that I posted this at 11:30 and 11:45 and 11:50. I would have got somebody, somebody. But that tells you again that we are censored in this community. We're put in the back corner. We're given a number behind our channel names. Okay, nobody had the name Red Bricks when I produced this channel. It was just Red Bricks, no number. Because when you're trying to produce a channel and you use that name, it will tell you it's already been used. Okay, so Red Bricks channel, there was no, now I have a number behind it. And you notice all the truthers were, as far as I could tell so far, that are telling the truth and are on point, got a number behind their thing. Because I'll give you an example. If how many channels do you think there's? Deborah the Red Brick Chick. Well, she's got a number behind hers. See? Now, um, Spartan Red didn't used to have a number behind his, and now he does. Because they wanted to produce other channels. They'll tell you this or that, and he's got a number behind his. Um, but I'll tell you what, you could look at a whole bunch of channels and you see the numbers behind it. But then you go to John Levy's channel, no number behind it. Okay. And you go behind Jared Booster, and then his handle is Fresh Boosters, to the point, right? To the point, of who he is. And again, people say that I'm crazy. I mean, why would they be trying to give you the other end of the narrative of what's going on? To muddy the waters, folks. To muddy the waters, and they will earn a living doing it. See, they'll get high numbers, get the hits on it, and see, and won't get to the point of nothing. Just go with the convoluted narrative and say this ain't right, and what do you think, and let's talk about it. See, and but not say what I'm saying is, you have a group of people, the energy vampires I call them, and they're in cahoots with these people who are real close to this new world order, and they're the people that um, crap on us every day with programs like NASA and these lie stories with these cartoon characters like Elon Musk. They got these balloon rockets and just the most outlandish stuff, and they're gonna send a Tesla to space. And there ain't no space. It's our atmospheric layer, and there's a veil over top of us, water on the other side of it. That's why your sky is blue. Okay? What was kind of cool? Matter of fact, there's a cat who produced a video today's brand new in Meltology game. He was up all night, called me 2 times, asking questions, doing this, and how do I do that, and blah, blah, blah. But he produced some with, what was it, lighthouses. Okay, so he produced a video with lighthouses in it, and several of the images of lighthouses was what the AK Academia calls our Milky Way. And what that Milky Way is, the tear in your veil. So if you look with your own eyes and you observe with your own eyes and look at this realm, that it was heated, melted, and then cooled very quickly, to understand that you have a pressure system, um, you have to be in a container to be in a pressure system, right? It's just basic science, right? So those meteorologists who want to, get on board with these NASA fools and talking about space and all this other stuff, and these comets are coming and all this garbage. That's not so. It's from this realm, from somebody, okay, who produces your comets, okay, and so forth. Um, it's all CGI stuff that's been going on for a long time. They trick people in the 1800s, 1700s with imagery, and nothing's new under the sun. We see some of the old imagery with the like holograms of heads and bodies and so forth, and imagery of these truthers, and you see that went around the circuit, and you had all these different people imitating certain characters, just like John Levy, and John Levy was imitated by Jared Booster, and a whole bunch of other characters who just did the same kind of thing that he did, with the same kind of narrative, and scripted, real scripted. Jared Booster's real scripted. He's reading right off a script. He can't even think on his own. At least that is what I heard so far. Because here I don't have no script. I'm just telling you straight up from the knowledge I have. Um, I could tell you all day, and you can go read all day long the stuff that Jared Booster tells you about. It's convoluted, and he uses that word a lot. And I do that deliberately to get that word out, to say it's all convoluted. Uh, what's convoluted is those people telling the story know more of the story that they're telling. They're not telling you that there's um, groups. Just like in the Star Force, there's groups. You look at the Pope and you see the crown with the double head. Same with the Star Fort. Somebody from the air, you could see that's a more prominent uh, person with whatever's going down in the realm and so forth. You know, John Levy will tell you, hey, look, possibly got tracks of the gods, and talk about ant people and all this other stuff like this. Um, where that was just propagated again, people with masks on and so forth, and then a narrative about ant people passed down verbally, you know, and not understanding that was people with some type of mask on after maybe some meltdown occurred and assisted a bunch of people, you know what I mean, and didn't kill everybody, you know what I mean. And with the meltdown, there was survivors, just like pockets of survival, you know. So there were survivors everywhere, um, you know, and, and we can see today that it wasn't as long as they want to say, you know, our academia wants to talk about billions of years and millions of years, and they have nothing but just a bunch of made up nonsense that they share with us, and we believe it, you know, and that's pretty sad. But that's where we stand today. Um, we stand against uh, a huge media conglomerate who propagates lies all day long, every day, all over this realm, all over America. Same garbage narrative: new clouds, new clouds, new clouds. No bombs before an investigation. No bombs before an investigation. All the no bombs, no bomb. They always say that together without even investigation. So we know they're not journalists. We know they're just puppets. So, and some people are still convinced that some governments are good. And I'll tell you, that's an absolute lie. They're all one. Okay? Now, good comes out of government. See, some will tell you the only reason something good comes out of government is because all good things come from God. So he softens people's heart and so forth. And you can say all kinds of things. Neither here nor there. I would just say, if some government, like American government, if it's run correctly, it could be very a good, okay? if it's not, and it's fleeced the way it is now, and those people and leaders in charge, and these people with the New World Order and this Zionist agenda, these bankers and so forth, who have us in debt trillions of dollars, and then we have douchebag leaders like Rumsfeld and all the other ones, all involved with him. I'm not singling him out. $1 trillion is missing. Our towers go down. Blame it on somebody else. Write the narrative about this, and we know that's all a lie, and the whole world knows it's a lie, and it's taught to our kids in school. See, academia needs to be shut down in America. We need to revamp all our leaders, all these lifelong parasites that get these jobs over and over. They're doing nothing but fleecing us, folks. They're all a bunch of dirtbags. And our law enforcement agencies, they are tenfold worse. Tenfold worse. And why do I say that? Did anybody get arrested for what happened with the towers? No, they make up a bullshit story. You know, why aren't they talking about all those people who made all that money when them towers went down? Let's get them in jail. One of them's Donald Trump's friend. See, they all made money destroying stuff, and that's their motto: order out of chaos. They don't care what they do, what they hurt, harm, or what, just to propel themselves forward. See, and they don't realize that one day, when their electric suit no longer functioning, their electrical charge is trapped here. They will not be able to get through the Van Allen belt, as they call it, the electric field. That's my own belief. Just like when we had to all swim to the matrix to be born. We all had to swim somewhere, right? And we got through. All kinds of them didn't make it. Well, the same thing's going to happen with these dirt balls. Uh, we have dreams, we have beliefs, and we have understanding of our own body. Like, through science, we know today that we have different functions in our blood. We have marker T cells and so forth that do different functions that it's unbeknownst to us what we do. What's going on there. They mark them, and some of them blood cells are being new ones are being generated in our body, and if they're not right, there's blood cells that tell that blood cell you got to kill yourself, and it does. And if it doesn't, they eat it. They destroy it. Um, so many things like that. Um, See, I just lost my train of thought. Why? Because I've been up since 5 o'clock, and it is now the next day. It's 12:17. My girl even said, "You're gonna do a stream?" I said, "Yeah. Only reason I'm gonna do a stream was to test the signal strength of the stream and so forth, and see how it comes out, basically, and talk about something. So I ain't just babbling on." But at the same time, I thought maybe one of the red brick people would stop by. There's always got to be somebody out there. It's only, but I don't know. And then sometimes people don't want to stop to these other channels and stuff because they're so caught up doing their own thing. And I think we have to stop and go to these other channels. I went to every one of these guys' channel, like Yoakim's channel, and there's another strange one. He doesn't have a number behind his, and he's got a high number count. So that kind of, and I think he's hanging out with this broad Lindsay in Chicago. Well, I don't know about her too. Her and Yoakum almost look like relatives in the face. So, but he did a stream with Mark, and that's another red brick soul. That's a good soul, man. He's showing you a lot of footage in Georgia of the melted realm, boots on the ground. So maybe when this ends, I'll put some links on there for some of these channels I'm mentioning. I watched them grow from 0 from just a couple of members to now Mark's got over 1,000. Uh, Yoakum's got, I don't know, over 10,000, I believe. Uh, and Spartan Red number's still low, just not even 4,000. And they don't make a lick of sense. That just tells you the suppression or nobody's interested. But that's kind of hard to believe if you just are tired of the mundane crap, and half of it is you just don't have access to it. You don't see it. Because even when you uh, do a search for these channels, they don't come up. Like my own Red Bricks. When I first started my Red Bricks channel, it's because I had another channel taken, and it came up, and I was doing stuff too good, labeling stuff and so forth. They didn't want it to come up. Next thing you know, you got all kind of Red Brick channels being produced, even with Legos. See, just to muddy the waters some more. I always want to muddy the waters, because I think if they weren't muddying the waters, all of America would know, at least mainstream America would know, that all the mountains are melted buildings. And every capital in America was inherited. Not one of them was built, just built upon and fixed up. And that's the absolute fact. And you'll see all over this realm, all over our America, that all these cities were buried under a building flood when it went through a meltification. Then it was flooded, and it brought building debris, dirt, brick ash, whatever, people ash, whatever, animal ash, whatever was in the melt ash came all over this realm running around and put it out very quickly. So, and we have a narrative of 40 days and 40 nights, blah, 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 rain, right? So, if you just go by that timeline, you say, okay, well, that tear got tore and it took 40 days for it to heal. So, that's a roundabout number in regard to your body healing and so forth at the early stages. And you can still look and you can still see that tear in that veil, and they call it the Milky Way. So, but we already said that, right? So, so what else? Well, I wonder how. Not one soul showing up. Well, you red brick people, I'll say this. I'll say uh, that we need to unite. We need to do it in uh, a way that we deliver to create unity, not to deliver it a way to make it, well, let's deliver this way. Um, but I think some people, it's like we all have to have like a function. Like some people are good at creating stuff, some people are good at talking, orating. Some people are good at, doing stuff behind the scenes, getting people together. And that's what we need to work on more, because, I just see low numbers in Spartan Red's um, chill out zone, and we should be getting thousands and thousands every time we come on and do it. And I don't know why, other than suppression again, and suppress us and censor us. And people think, oh, yeah, they're censoring you. They are censoring us. Let me tell you, folks, I've been doing YouTube since 2006, and I've seen them destroy YouTube because of this red brick community. Okay, they took away the chat, or not the chat. And here's where I'm at. I'm in the studio doing a live broadcast. In the past, here on the left-hand side of the bar, if you're familiar with studio, we used to have whiteboard and all kinds of stuff, present and share, where I could share and do all kinds of stuff. But they destroyed that, took that away, created StreamYard, and have their constituents running StreamYard today. See, So they use tax dollars here to run this place too, by the way. So your tax dollars went to destroy something that you helped pay for. Okay, know that, America, that you helped pay for it. They destroyed it, and then uh, revamp it and call it StreamYard. So you have to pay, but you can use StreamYard for like 5 hours now. It used to be 10, but they shut it down to 5. You get only 5 hours a month instead of 10 hours a month. So, and I think that's criminal too. So that's again fleecing our system to look out for their constituents so they could have job and make money. That's what that was about again, folks. There's the facts. So get your fact checkers out there and get your people out there. Uh, Tell me that I'm wrong, because I know I'm not wrong. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I look at the facts and I look at the truth and see what's going down and I tell it. You know, it's like my girl. She watches uh, some people called the Redacted out of Canada telling you about American news. Man, you know what? It's just another person to muddy the waters. Those people were redacted. They make it sound like they're truthers. They're not truthers, okay? They just there to make a buck. That's all they're there to do. They're telling you the same thing that we're telling you, and you ain't listening. We're telling you, well, we're not telling you a lot of things they're telling you because we're not spending all our time talking about this government who's the one that kept all this secret from us. Like, and likewise, those people who you hear Redacted talking about these some bitches white lining us all day about new clowns and so forth, and NASA's involved. Um, with this new world order crap and running these white lines and this Elon Musk douchebag, you know, um, and, and all this other crap, you know, and then this Amazon, you know, and this guy made all this money selling books when the internet was around and no one was reading books. The only thing was going on was burning books. Like, I'll give you one example. Uh, Americana Almanac, 1958. They ripped that off the shelf of every all over. Something to do with revealing the veil and more land other than the continents they tell us about beyond Antarctica. But you can't go to Antarctica, see, and so forth. See, just like there's pockets of survival, you know, we hear about this ice ring that's around us. Well, in my mind's eye, that possibly could be not a ice ring around us. That could be the veil around us, you know, made out of something else other than what we're told. Um, so, and there might be a doorway through there somewhere, an archway, okay? Horseshoe magnet archway somewhere. Maybe several of them. I don't know. But I can't go look either. See? So, so So we have a lot of speculations on outside of Antarctica and where's this other land. But many truthers have shown maps of old labeled Tartaria, this and that, and different things, and land beyond that. And we even see our UN change their the model of their logo too, and change the logo of where the where all the continents sit and so forth. So busy screwing stuff up, and they do that deliberately because the points we were making about the moon is getting had the reflection of when this Earth was went through a meltdown. See, it blew up and cast the image onto our light, okay, and it blew up and then blew down, okay, because it hit the veil and then cast another image onto that veil, the first initial ones. And there, it's scarred, and we see it every day. We see the image of what happened in the past on our moon, okay? So that's what happened. It wasn't that long ago. Uh, 1,000 years been added to our timeline. We try to get people to go to these other channels and view all the videos on this channel. Go to Chief Joseph channel. There's a link there too on the top right hand side of most of my videos. I believe should be. Um, so we got some good stuff. We don't have a lot of uh, fancy stuff. We're on a budget here. We don't have fancy computers or nothing like that. But we're working on getting a new computer so we can start doing stuff um, really spectacular, because I have a lot of cool um, things that I've been working on, but I don't have a computer to handle it. It just screws things up, and my MacBook died, and that sucks. I love that. I love that girl, man. She's been around since 2011. My MacBook Pro. So, not one soul showed up tonight, because that Chief Joseph. That's me. Hambrad Bricks is me, because I was just checking. Those are the two channels I have. So I thought maybe Bubba's probably sleeping, because he probably been up since he watched Spartan Red. Before he even watched the live feed, he subbed to the channel. He told me, because he talked to Spartan Red for before the show started, and he recommended the video, so he watched it. And I forget the name of the video, but it was the one where talking about, I forget, man. I don't forget it. Just I'm tired right now. I should just end the stream. Nobody's here, so I guess. And what sucks is, if you're doing a stream here, you don't have no features to do nothing. I can't, do presentation or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And it's pretty sad what YouTube did, all for the sake of StreamYard and ripping people off. With our ready money that we invested in this here, see, and plus to all those people who who, who paid into the YouTube to watch and stuff like that. That was part of it. And I know some people who used to pay for YouTube and don't no longer, because of what they did in YouTube Studio. So they actually lost a lot of customers by doing that. And I wouldn't get on board with them, because it's just how they work you. They don't let you tell you the truth. They don't let you, if you get all the evidence and show it, they'll find a way to tell you, oh, misinformation or something. Well, they don't even do journalism work. YouTube doesn't. Uh, our government doesn't even do journalist work. When the towers went down, NIST, the CEO for NIST said, uh, and what's that? National Institute Stands and Technology or something like that it stands for. He said, no bombs. No bombs before an investigation. See? So then all the journalists got on board and said, no bombs, no bombs, no bombs. Even that little douchebag, little short Greek freak, that Stephanopoulos loser. Yeah, him too, man. He said, no bombs, no bombs. There wasn't even an investigation. All of them are dirtbags, I tell you, folks. And this ain't hate speech, just facts. That's what they all said. No bombs. So after we did an investigation, we determined that they're all dirtballs by saying no bombs before an investigation. You see, it's just legwork, you know what I mean? So anyway, so we said a lot tonight, and we didn't really say much. So how long we been streaming? 34. We're gonna cut it off at 35 minutes, and that's it. Just a quick stream to see how this is going with the webcam, and maybe we have some more web chats, and We have a call-in number asking about meltology. You can call and ask about anything you would like about meltology. We'll try to answer your questions to the best of our ability. Um, but we're going to be doing some more live streams with our streaming software, um, where we'll be showing you stuff, and not as often as I have in the past. You know, I'm getting ready to pass the brick to somebody else, and don't seem like there ain't no unity really. We talk about unity, but there ain't no unity, because we were talking about unity. We have a meeting, and we all get together and we try to get something going. And but it's just showing right now we're at this like teeter totter. You just see people just telling you about the meltification, trying to awaken people, but not really trying to get something together and going. Like my hope was that we all could get together, get a little team, and start getting funds to get a red brick building or something in that manner to educate people. And that would be the coolest, for all those involved. That would be your place. So we need to do something like that to break away from this madness and these goofballs that call themselves leaders and educators, because neither one are doing anything. They're not educating and they're not leading. They're fleecing and they're convoluting your minds with faction at best. So love your neighbor like you love yourself. We out of here. And we'll see you probably, what's today? Thursday, Friday? Hell, Spartan Red should be having a chill out zone tomorrow. So see y'all in the chill out zone. Peace. And one cat that's been coming by my channel. I can't think right now. But thanks for your comments, man. There's some great comments. Peace.